This is a tutorial for the NCTest app, and in this tutorial, I'm going to focus on the North Carolina Final Exam in Language Arts, and then I'm going to look at the tutorial for English 3. When you begin your test, you'll see your name, your student ID, and your school. You'll also see the name of the test. If any of this information is incorrect, please let your test administrator know before you actually start taking the test. To start, I press the Start button. Notice that you have a passage and then a multiple choice question. If your passage is longer than the space provided, you will be able to scroll through to see the entire passage. In this case, it's a poem that is short, so I cannot scroll. But you can also move this gray divider bar so you can either extend one side versus the other, like if your answer choices were longer or your passage was longer. So the tools at the top of the screen, you can flag an item by clicking in the box or clicking the flag. To unflag something, you just click it again or click it a second time. The strike out icon gives you an X, so you can strike out answer choices that you believe to be incorrect. Notice that I cannot strike out every single answer. This tool is also not a selection tool to give an answer for the test. So if I'm ready to answer C, I would need to deselect the strikeout and get my pointer back and then select C. So you can see it is actually darkened circle, just like you would be on a bubble sheet. And that tells me that I've answered that question. The highlighter tool at the top is a free highlight tool, so you can highlight. How I'm highlighting is I'm clicking and dragging. If you want to erase any of the highlighting, you would select the highlighter tool with the strike through, and then again, I'm just clicking and dragging to erase. If you want to clear all highlighting, you could hit the highlighter with the X, and that clears all highlighting. If you want to reset the question, so you don't want any of this selected anymore, you could hit the back button, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to reset this question? Yes, reset it. So now it's back to how I was looking at it at the very beginning of this tutorial. I'm just going to answer this to show that this is an answered question at the end of the tutorial. The question mark icon gives you a rundown of each icon and what it means. You have your navigation buttons at the bottom, and you also have your question types. You should feel comfortable with each question type before you actually take the test, though. At the top of the screen, you see what number you are on out of how many, so that would be good for timing yourself purposes. At the bottom of the screen, you see the navigation buttons. So since I'm on the first question, these options for first and last are not able to be clicked. I'm just going to hit the next button to go to the next question. So now I'm on item number 2 of 4. And I'm just going to answer this just to show you what that looks like. If you want to pause the question or pause the test, you would hit the pause button. So if you are going on a bathroom break or your teacher has paused the testing session, so that you can take a break, you would hit the pause button, and that would protect your answers from being able to be seen by other people in the same room as you. When you're ready to go back to testing, you would hit the continue button to continue on with the test. I'm going to flag this question. If I want to go back to the previous question, I can hit back. If I want to go to the first question, I could hit first and go back to the very beginning of that test section. This question type is a short answer response. So you can see the passage over here. Again, you can move these gray bars to give you more space. And you type your answer by clicking in the box and then typing. Notice that it gives you a character count, so you are limited to the number of characters that you write. So pay attention to if you're getting close to your limit. Now I'm on my test review page, so at the end of the test, you will see the review page of what you have answered and what you have flagged. So notice it says I answered 3 out of 4 items and I flagged 1. That tells me that I need to come back to my review section and see which question I've actually skipped. So I skipped number 3. I can see that it's missing an asterisk here. So to go back to number 3, I would just click on the number 3 and it takes me back so I can say, okay, right, I wanted to answer C. I can go directly back to the review page to see now I have this question answered. I also have it flagged. You can leave it flagged before you submit the test. It's not going to hurt you. But if you wanted to go and unflag a question because now you feel better about it, you can click on the flag button and then go back to your review screen. Notice that now I have answered every question. I feel confident about every question, so I'm ready to end the test. When I click End Test, it's going to give me a caution message that says, are you sure you want to end the test? If you want to cancel and go back and review one last time, you can. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and end the test. Note, it says you have completed the test. If you have any questions about the test type or the question type, please do not hesitate to ask your teacher. And if you have any other concerns, talk to your teacher. Good luck.